Segment 2, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hirsch and myself. On the web, ntnm.org. On TV, Chicago, Thursday, 7:30. Friday, 2:30 on CAN TV. All PMs on CAN TV 19. In 35 north and northwest suburbs, we're on at 6 o'clock on either channels 19 or 35. We're on channel 99 in the ATT systems. And in Evanston, we're on whenever they decide to put us on, which, listen, they're underfunded big time, and they're doing the best they can, and we wish them luck. It is a pleasure to have one of my most popular guests, and no question about it, got some of the highest watched shows we've ever had, and people were very eager on the web to see what he's got coming up next. And so is he, by the way. So I'd like to welcome you to Scott Lee Cohen.
Very
How
nice
you doing?
to be here. Good. Thank you for having me. Very nice to be here again.
First of all, my pleasure.
One of my favorite interviewers and places to be.
Thank you. By the way, I still remember, it was a fluke that I even saw it. But on election night, they had your speech on channel 5.2.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I was just flipping channels to see what was on election-wise.
Okay.
It's about 1 in the morning or something.
Okay.
Like that. And I saw you when I started listening. And as you wrapped up, you said at the end, "Oh, and thank you, Abby Myers."
Listen, I never forget you.
That was
my
cool.
friend.
I like that. I always like that. Believe me, I like hearing that too from various convicted felons, but that's another story.
Yes, sir.
So, right now you're obviously not running for anything this November.
I'm not running November, no.
Okay. You know what? We'll keep the future in mind as the future comes.
Absolutely.
But let's talk about...
I will say this. Let me interrupt you.
Sure.
There's going to be a time very soon that I am going to run again. My biggest obstacle to making the decision was my wife.
Right.
And she's warming up to the idea. She told me, she says, there's got to be two things. I want two things. Number one is you can't finance your own campaign. And
she's right about that.
Right. She's 100% right. I did it, and I told her I would never do it again. But more importantly, you know what she says to me? She says, "Scott, I don't want you to run unless you have a plan on how to fix whatever it is you want to fix." Does that make sense? You have people who run just to run. You have people who run because they're arrogant, and they have no plan.
Well, you know what? Like Richard J. Daley, the first Daley, always had a plan on fixing things. Mm-hmm. Bribery, buying people off, money, jobs. He had a plan.
That's not the plan I'm thinking about.
I know.
I'm in the pawn shop business, and I'm in the store, and I talk to the everyday person every day. And these people are suffering so bad. They have no money. They have no way of making money. They're not working. The reason why I bring this up is because it's leading to the topic that I wanted to talk about, and that's the upcoming election, the presidential election. And, the people, the voting population is so desperate. They want change so bad that they are electing Donald Trump in the primary. It's just they're doing the wrong thing. That they're trying to get a solution the wrong way. We talked about it. I told you how I felt about Donald, and I don't believe in him. I think he's a liar.
I think it's a nice way to put it.
Well, if we're on TV, I got to be nice.
Right.
The truth of the matter is, he ran his campaign a certain way during the primary. I believe the man is going to change his tune. He's going to try to appeal to the women. He's going to try to appeal to the minorities. Everything about the man is untrue. Everything
Correct.
is a lie. At the end of the day, do you want this man to be the chief executive officer, to be the president, to run our country?
No, there's no way I want anybody like him at all. But the fact of the matter is, I hate to say it, but American people have very short memories sometimes.
You're
And
right.
you know what?
You're right.
If he starts coming out, like pro women this, pro women that, and people forget his statements about this, that, or the other thing. You got to wonder about people. But the thing is, I already follow these things.
Well, you're right. Again, you're right. You said they have short memory. I said they're desperate for a change, and I think it's a matter of both of those. And something's got to be done. I mean, we're in trouble if he becomes president. I believe that we're in trouble if Hillary becomes president. But what's the lesser of two evils?
Well, let's put it this way. I understand the lesser of two evils argument. I think even if somebody good became president right now, we've got such a hole dug up in this country that we're in trouble, period.
I agree.
And we really need somebody good. Excuse me, I think it's allergy season, but...
I hope you're not allergic to me. That'd be a problem.
No, I'm not allergic to you. I was sneezing when I was out in the back, so...
Oh, okay. It's on a national level, this problem. It's on a local level. Look at the state of Illinois. Look at the financial problems that we have. We have this governor, Rauner, who has cut and cut and cut. Has he fixed anything?
No, he hasn't fixed anything. The one point I'll make for him, and I wouldn't be cutting the way he is, though, is that if you don't have the money, you don't spend it. But
That's very true.
There's a better way to go about things.
Mm-hmm.
But Madigan also is not going to cooperate with Rauner whatsoever on anything.
Rauner should say, "You're fired." We're going to hear a lot of that coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, well, actually, with Trump, I would say I would nuke him.
I'm sorry, we're off the subject. Go ahead.
No. The fact is, you know what? I think in the president's race, to be off the subject for just a second, we're just a few plane crashes away from having a good candidate. In the governor's race, we're in trouble. Period. We're in
trouble. We talked about all of Rauner's cutting. There's two parts to the equation. You can cut from now until doomsday, but unless you find a way to bring revenue in, and I mean creatively, I don't mean continue to raise taxes. You got to find a way to creatively bring revenue into the system, as well as cutting. Maybe we can get a balanced budget that way.
Well, I mean, listen, that makes sense. The question is...
That's my whole problem. When I ran in 2010, I won because I made sense and because I had a plan. These guys don't have a plan. They don't.
No, they do have a plan. Whatever they can do to enrich themselves, whatever they can do to empower themselves.
Yeah.
And, if it helps people, fine. If it doesn't, too bad.
Yeah, well, that's not why I ran. That's not why I want to run again. And unfortunately, I believe that's why the Democratic Party came out against me so strongly back then, was because, like Donald Trump, I was a loose cannon, but I only had one agenda. And that agenda was to do whatever I could to help the people. It had nothing to do with me.
The Democratic Party wants nothing to do with that kind of
stuff. No, they don't. But they don't. The Democrats don't. The Republicans don't.
No, they don't.
At the end of the day, though, it's about the people. It's about the suffering. It's about trying to make their lives a little better.
It should be.
Well, you know what? As long as I'm living and breathing, I pray that I will find a way to bring that into fruition, to bring it into reality.
That would be nice. That would definitely be nice. What are your thoughts on, the race that got me the most was the state's attorney's race. I'm a big fan of Anita Alvarez, and in large part for some of the same reasons I'm a fan of yours. Mm-hmm. You're not a politician.
Right.
I remember when she was leaving the stage, after her concession speech, she wasn't saying, "Thank you, Harvey."
Listen, I believe she thought she was going to win, and she was in a bad position.
No, she had to see the handwriting on at a certain point. You had to see the handwriting on the wall.
Absolutely.
But the thing is that she was talking. She made some kind of statement, and then she decided, enough said. I'm going to get away from the microphone. Mm-hmm. But the last thing she talked about was not being a politician. Some of my really intelligent friends who are professional people who have an active interest in politics who should know better were actually bemoaning, saying that one of the things that when I was trying to convince them that she was actually acting in a proper manner during the entire case is that she's not a politician and they'd rather have political answers. You know, and people just want to hear the bull. You know,
Well, you know what? That's you're right. They want to hear the bullshit.
you know. Then you got Trump, then you got Madigan, then you got Hillary, and Ron or two.
Donald.
Throw 'em in there.
You got Donald. It's gonna be a real circus, isn't it?
Circus is a nice word for it. Like I said, I'm really praying for a few plane crashes there.
Obviously, you watched the debates.
Yeah, I missed. Well, I was out of town, so I missed the last couple Democratic debates, but I watched everything
I
before.
didn't watch Democratic debates, but I did watch the Republican debates. At least I watched the first two.
Oh, I watched them all.
You did watch them all, huh? You know what?
Do you know how many Q-tips I've gone through?
Nothing good was said.
You had so many decent people, but they didn't get a chance to talk.
Well, that's exactly right. They didn't.
You know, you had the moderators tilting toward Trump from the beginning almost. And you know what? It's not like it was consciously they wanted the guy.
No, I just think that there's charisma is not the right word, but there's an aura about him that draws the people to him, and that's why he got all the time, the talk time, and all the attention.
He does draw attention. Well, you know what? To me, he's more like a professional wrestler than a politician. You know, these guys know what to say in order to get your attention.
Of course.
But let's put it this way. It's a scripted play. It's not real.
100% right, but the people don't understand that.
Yeah, and they really don't. And, well, the funny thing with the Vince McMahon who runs wrestling, he can tell people call it sports entertainment and say it's not real. And they still think it's real.
Of course.
And you know what? When I was a kid, I went to a couple wrestling matches, and I started talking to people in the stands. And these middle-aged folk all thought it was real.
I know. Well,
And
it's
it was
entertaining. It's just like the debates. It's just like the debacle that's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's entertaining.
Now, the problem is that the president. We've got a minute and a half, by the way. The problem is the presidential race is really
every time
real.
I come on, we start talking, and time goes just like that.
Because we say a lot of interesting things, so keep going.
Well, you know, a minute and a half. I do want to ask the people for something. My email address is scottleecohn@aol.com. There's a bunch of intelligent people that watch this show. They're smart people. I want to ask if there's anybody that has a plan or an idea how to fix the budget, how to bring revenue in creatively, how to fix the pension problem that we have. I'm not saying fire this person and fire that person. That's all bullshit. I want somebody that has a real idea, a real plan. Contact me. I'd love to hear what they have to say.
Okay, please. It's Scott Lee Cohen at AOL.com. And I want to thank you very much, Scott Lee Cohen.
It was my pleasure.
And, I want to wish you good luck in business.
By the way, you know, if I'm ever blessed to be elected, I'm going to be here all the time talking on your show.
Fine by me. We love having you. And, there's no question by the reaction we get on Facebook and other places that people are always happy to see when the neighbors usually ask me, who's that guy with those license plates?
Yeah, I still have them, actually. I'll have to change them if I'm ever elected for a different office, though.
True.
Yep.
Definitely true. Anyway, Scott, thank you so much
thank
for
you,
being
my
here.
friend.
And all the
God
best
bless
of luck.
you. Thank you.
Okay, I want to thank my entire technical crew, Sonny Hirsch. Thanks for being here, everybody.
That's a big crew.
Take care. Definitely. Take care. Be well. Bye-bye.